This is very much an Instaverse reality type place. Welcome to another Gaz Right video. We're currently in Cusco, 3 AM in the hope of being the first people on top of Rainbow Mountain this morning. No one in the backdrop, silly colours as it's over. If you enjoy what you see, hit the subscribe button. Still en route to 3K subs. Let's get cooking, baby. Rainbow Mountains boxed off en route down all before 10 AM. Lots of good things, lots of bad things, and lots of mistakes that you guys can make. And of course, the team are going to give you all the old intel. We've got sensational photos at the top. No mist, no fog, no snow. As you can see now, I'm walking down, it's actually snowing, hailing, and it's currently -4 degrees. Horrible visibility. So I'm going to talk you through what you can do to make sure you get up there and get the old best spot. So in terms of the tour that we did, we went with Rainbow Mountain Travels. Very easy to remember, the #1 rated tour company for multiple reasons. Do you know what I mean? They get you up there nice and early. We got picked up in Cusco at just after 3 AM. It's 3 hours each way to get here. So you do 2 hours, you stop at a lovely little town, Cuspiata, again, not how you pronounce it, but we'll whack it on the old screen, have a little bit of breakfast, get some soup in the bones, get a little hot drink, and then you get back in the old van and you go again for the final hour. Paid $49 for the entire trip. That includes your transport up, down, guide on the whole day, all your food and drinks, because you do get breakfast on the way up there, and then on our way back down you do get lunch as well. If it's anything of note, I'll overlay it right now. If it's absolutely terrible, do you know what I mean? That's what there's nothing over the screen. That means the lunch was pretty average. In terms of other things you should know, the guide gives you a little tour at the top, and you know what I mean, gives you all the intel. I would say the walk, so online it says between an hour and 2 hours, an hour and a half and 2 hours. We boxed it off in a 1 hour, 19 minutes, including a little bathroom break as well. So you can absolutely fly up the old mountain. It is altitude, so you start at 4,600 meters, and then when you get to the top where the Rainbow Mountains are, it is at 5,000 meters, and you go up to about 5,036 for the top viewpoint. So if me and them have been like in Chile, we've been in Bolivia, we've been at quite high altitude. You know what I mean? We've got a little bit of cardio, but it's a little bit of VO2 max, so we're absolutely fine on that front. It is tough. As you can hear, I'm walking downhill now. Still got a bit out of breath. So the first 3/4 of the way are just very gentle, undulating, very easy kind of on the path. And then the final 200-300 meters in terms of altitude, it hits a bit of a kicker, and it is absolutely brutal. My heart rate is probably about 180, zone 5. Absolute killer. As you can hear now, the hail is obviously flying up, only adding to the suspense and stuff like that. In terms of the top and stuff, I'm just going to do a little dent in here so it's not too loud, and I'll catch you up. So yeah, we'll have a little fly through here so I can actually see what's going on. So yeah, the local name of the mountain is Vicuna, which means colours and neck, which obviously talk about the colours in the mountain and the neck being the edge, the arete, I guess, that you're looking at. But they also call it Monata di Siete colours, which, as you can probably know, two things from that front. It's one, Gaz, are you bilingual now? Absolutely, and it means obviously the mountain of 7 colours. The hike, as I said, starts at 4,500 meters, and then you work your way up to like 5,000. So it is pretty tough if you've not been at the old altitude before. So these mountains, a little bit of history for you, formed 65 million years ago. They actually founded them probably about 100 years ago, the locals say, and then it came a bit more of like a tourist attraction in 2015. There's multiple different reasons for this. They talk about like global warming, the ice melting, the snow melting, which I think is one factor, but our guide said, do you know what I mean, you get snow here in the winter anyway, so it's only, you kind of get both sides. So I think he showed us this insane photo where one side of the mountain is a rainbow and the other side is yeah, all pure snow. So that was pretty flare. So I guess if you risk it in the winter months, you can get that. But for me, I think you want to come when it's nicer weather. So in terms of why does it look like that? So there's different sediments, yeah, running through the old landscape and rock face, which due to the volcanic activity, the tectonic plates, different exposures to wind, sand and altitude. So yeah, the hike up there, as I say, gentle, undulating for about 75% of it, and then the last, I'd say, 200 meters of altitude, like going up, and then probably like 25% of the hike is pretty tough. There's steps, plenty of opportunities to stop, 2 actual bathrooms on the way up there, and then when you get to the top deck bit, there's toilets up there, like actual legit toilets, nothing terrible toilets, actually really nice ones, and then you can survey, get yourself up to the top viewing deck. The best thing about our trip is that because they pick you up at 3 a.m, you get there super early. We weren't the absolute first people there. I think there was like maybe 8 or 9 people there before us, but no queues for any of the photos. Take as many as you want, and we got there just before the mist got there, so yeah, beautiful photos, nobody in, like limited people there. Again, I said this on the last vlog on Machu Picchu, you can't complain about tourists when you are a tourist, but in the same instance, we always try and do our best to get to the places where, yeah, it's going to be less busy, and you can enjoy it a lot more. You can see the distance. If you didn't look at the Rainbow Mountains side, when you're on that kind of top deck, you could think we're in like the Highlands in Scotland, so it's a beautiful landscape, not just of the Rainbow Mountains, but obviously of the surrounding areas as well. 360-degree panoramic views. It's just the things you absolutely love to see on this channel, and they were actually named in National Geographic as one of the 100 things you need to see before you die. So if you've not got it on the list already, you need to get that on there now. There's a few little things to note as well. There's the Agustin Glacier, 6,300 meters, hot springs in the distance, and then obviously you have the Red Valley as well. If you want to do the Red Valley, it's an additional charge of about $10 to go do that. No drone footage, unfortunately, today, as you've probably seen from what we've got, because there's Andean falcons, and I was like, Andean falcons or eagles? One of the two. There's some big fellas. They did say, they were like, a guy said to me, oh, you can't fly it. Then some security guy was like, you can, but only for 1 minute. But there was 4 of them knocking about, and I was like, there's absolutely no chance that I'm going to be risking the drone for that. One little bit, if I had to give a little bit of like analysis, actually before I do, let me give you a little bit of insight in terms of the colours. So colours in there, you've got the yellow, which is the sandstone, the limestone, enriched with sulphurous minerals. You've got the white, which is the quartz, the sandstone, the calcium carbonate, and again rich in lithium loam soil. Again, what does that mean? I'm not sure. It's just ruthless colours. If you're a geologist, if you're a geographer, I'm a geographer at heart, but you know what I mean? This is a little bit above my my pay grade. And then the turquoise colours are mainly due to iron, magnesium and silicates. The pink due to red clay, mud and sand. The brown is Cenozoic era sort of eroded rock. And then we finish off with the red, which again is more like iron and clay. So again, sensational colours, scintillating, lovely on the landscape. If I had to give one little bit of analysis, and I think people know this anyway, but you kind of kid yourself into saying, oh no, it is like that. This is very much an Instaverse reality type place. Is it amazing? Yes. Is it beautiful? Yes. Is it a place with 360-degree views? You've got the glaciers in the backdrop, the mountains? Absolutely. But do the colours look as bright as you see online? No. Maybe that's because today we went on a day when, yeah, it's not as... it's not as sunny as you can see behind me now. The visibility is absolutely papadella horrendous. But I think in general, like the colours are there, but like I'm going to do the same on an instant. You're going to whack the saturation up, whack the colours up. So do bear that in mind. Yeah, when you're firing up there, you need to be prepared. As you've kind of seen from the weather now, it is absolutely Baltic. I'm the only bloke up here in shorts, but you know what I mean? I'm an absolute legend of the scene, northern at heart, reminding everyone one by one who runs the old mountain. But yeah, beautiful stop, beautiful space. I would say when we were leaving at the top, and like I said, it's probably about 9 o'clock when we're leaving the top, 9 a.m., it was Sergio Ramos. Like there's so many people up there. You're queuing like 20, 30 people to take a photo. So yeah, for me, I would do the early trips, get up there, get the photos, enjoy the landscape, and then get yourself back down and back to Cusco. So I think good value for what we've got, lovely views, but again, you want to be checking the weather and going on a day where you've got good visibility, limited, as much sun as possible. The other thing to note as well is that even though it's misty now, within like 10 seconds it can change. So when we first got there, it was super misty. 10 seconds later, you've got great visibility. But I think try and go on a day where it's projected sun, because, do you know what I mean? Exactly as it says on the tin, you're going to have a better view at the top. So yeah, Anything else of note, I might check back in, or maybe we'll just wrap it up right here. Any questions you've got at all about the old Rainbow Mountains, bang it down in the old comments down below. If you're watching this, the Machu Picchu vlog, the Cusco vlog is already live on the channel. Fly to Lima tomorrow, so the Peru content is going to be coming thick and fast, then into Ecuador, then into Colombia, and then all around Central America, then back down through South America. So if you enjoy what you see, please do hit the old subscribe button. We're still en route to 3K subs. I will see you in the next one, baby. Remember, the chef is always cooking.